aphrodisiac. I use the aphrodisiac for one thing. For me and my lovely queen.
Oh, how about that? How you get rub it all over?
Hey!
Welcome, knackers.
Happy days are here again.
It's 3 minutes past 8. Steve, OC, good evening to you.
Mm-hmm.
V1, good evening to you too.
Hello.
Sorry, I tried it out. Bombed. We'll push on.
He actually wrote that down. Right? I read that earlier. I was like, no, he's doing it. He's
Spoilers.
actually going to do that.
Spoiler.
Should have said, have a nice J.
Hey.
That's so much better.
Great. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. And I'll reap the reward.
I'll just cut out me thinking about it, and boom, it's mine.
Have a nice J. Yeah! I gotcha. Got it.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. In this post-Bound for Glory episode, we're going to go through the TNA FanFest, which includes us talking about our trip to TNA Liverpool from back in 2008, and of course, the impact after Bound for Glory. Let's check in with the Maximum Male Models.
I love the gimmick so much. It's so much fun.
Man, WWE need to get behind these guys. They're amazing. They're really funny. These skits, they just put them on YouTube, and it's like, this should be on the show. Why isn't this on SmackDown?
Yep. At the very least, have, a 60-second recap every week, and then you can say, if you want to watch the full video, go to YouTube and WWE, and then you'll drive more traffic. It's literally win-win,
Yeah, but lads, I mean, SmackDown is a svelte 90 minutes of...
The hobo parade.
Yeah, I'm sure there's,
See you, Lynn.
Deuce and Domino, are they still around? SmackDown, it's a winning show. You get these boys featured prominently. That's all we can hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who was that dude that Mansois was shouting about?
Oh, Joaquin!
Have you seen this?
Ooh.
That we were distracted by Legato's disgusting, grotesque faces. They gotta put those masks back on because I'm horrified. Joaquin, you better put a mask back on, you rat-faced knacker. You better put a mask back on, you rat-faced knacker.
Incredible.
Isn't it
Incredible.
amazing?
Incredible.
That was a deep lore OSW rap.
Just incredible, Steve.
Oh!
Amazing.
Brought a full square.
No, I mean, that is the greatest. We've had some amazing references. Mostly like breaststroke. Usually
Boys.
breaststroke references. Boys, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Chris
that's
Rocky.
gotta be number one now. It's gotta be.
What about Macaulay Culkin saying OSC's the best?
Place. Second place. Solid 2.
Oh, brilliant.
A tattoo?
A what?
Yeah, they're cool and they last the rest of your life. You will not be getting a tattoo for Christmas.
Okay, just one more thing there, OSC, before we could move on. Another day,
AD.
another dollar.
AD.
Another dollar,
AD.
another OSW tattoo.
OSWT.
Woo.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow.
That is...
I love it.
it's amazing. I cannot believe how... What's the word we'd use?
Vibrant?
Vibrant is perfect. That's practically fluorescent. So
Luminous.
yes, yeah.
Radiant.
It's incredible.
Like a Bray Wyatt match from the Royal Rumble.
Turn off the lights and...
Ben Masters. So Ben has, it's indisputably an OSW tattoo, a lovely Arn Anderson, which is perfect, by the way, fantastic tattoo art here, with a grass skirt, literally doing the aloha urn inside of a heart with some lovely Hawaiian flowers and a big aloha urn in pink above it. Fantastic. I mean, it pops.
It's super awesome.
A fantastic artist, I have to say. Look, it looks...
It's an excellent likeness, although it's a kind of cartoony, do you know?
I love how hairy his nips are.
Yeah.
I love the stippling of it. It's like it's a strawberry in the heart, if you get it.
Yeah.
Gorgeous tattoo. It looks huge as well. I love it. Ben, you fucking animal. That's amazing.
Fucking animal.
So Ben Masters, that's it anyway. Thanks for that.
Yeah, well, moving on.
Yeah, on your way.
You know,
It's
good luck
great.
to you, sir.
So that's it. You so long. Good luck.
I don't remember saying good luck.
All right, let's have a quick look at our boy Ben's boy stable. He says, I have attached the gloriousness of my poor decision making for you. I just wanted to say thanks to you and the boys for all of the laughs over the years.
I'm the you. I got singled out.
And to keep up the good work. Now that I've sucked up enough... Sorry. Now on to the important part, the boy stable.
Ooh,
So-
boy crushes.
Rowdy Roddy Piper, lads. He says, if he can't be a boy, then I'll go for Daphne instead.
Ooh, Daffers.
Daffers
You can
all
definitely
the
have
way.
Daffers, but Roddy Piper, there's no bollocksy part to him. He's just an amazing wrestler and talker and personality.
And
yeah.
one of the biggest stars of all time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
star
Literally one of the
mentions.
biggest stars of all time.
Absolutely not. But Daphne, absolute boy, little Colleen, fantastic gimmick, fantastic wrestler. Rest in peace. Lovely
No,
woman.
Daffers, yeah.
Yeah, very, very sad. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the time when she was awesome. And she was awesome in WCW and she was more awesome in TNA.
Absolutely.
Zombie hot Daphne.
Yes.
I was trying to think of something. How could we make Roddy Piper more boy worthy? Okay, so the war to settle the score, which is prior to WrestleMania 1. Mean Gene is backstage afterwards and is like, oh, hey, I'll interview Danny DeVito, Frank from Always Sunny. And Roddy Piper comes in looking like one of the McPoyles because he's wet, and he's draped, he's clothed only in a towel, a white towel. And he's having to hold it up. This is the scariest I've ever seen. There is only a thin cloth between me and Nudie Piper.
Take a hike and leave the title with me. If you want this geek, Mr. T, to come in, I'll be glad to put an X where the T is. I don't really give a damn, man.
The McPoy.
He just looks at Danny DeVito. It's like,
That
wonderful.
image.
I actually do have it written down here. I was like, most asked the lads, can he have Da Maniac from Always Sunny?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay, you got him.
Yeah.
My boys. Oh, wait. You know what? The maniac loves you.
Archibald Peck says he's the time-traveling band leader from Shikara.
There was an amazing spot in Chikara where fans are chanting "Watch the ceiling" because they're in an arena with like half the size of this. So and he gets on the top row, and then he's just like, "Wong," and then he takes a bump.
This could be the first blemish on the record.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's great. That's great.
Wow. Brilliant.
Also played R.D. Evans in Ring of Honor and was part of the writing staff for WWE for a few years and had 2 appearances.
Wow.
Got slapped by Ryback back in 2013. And then in 2018, the Riot Squad cut off his tie.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
I have dreams.
And then obviously famously quit WWE in 2019 after Vince started screaming at him when someone mentioned him during a Hall of Fame speech.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It's because he wasn't high enough on the pecking order.
Next up, OC's boy, Meng.
Oh.
The Menger.
The little Manger. The little baby Manger. Look, he's only putting him in to rile me up here. You know he is.
Successfully, I might
You know
add.
he is. How could he be anyone's boy? I mean, he looks like a girl.
Steve's swaking in his boots.
I love how Steve decided to have a running feud with a wrestler who's widely regarded as the toughest motherfucker to ever be in the wrestling business.
And we've heard nothing. Diddly fucking squat.
Someone out there who runs a wrestling con.
Yeah.
I want you to book us. Obviously, you have to pay for flights, accommodation,
Murder cage.
yeah.
24 white roses, please.
Only green M&Ms, please. And obviously, you have to have Meng, but you have to set it up so that Airtable is next to his.
Grand.
And we'll see how it goes.
But can Meng have a waterproof chair, please? He gonna be wetting himself.
Holy shit.
He is gonna kill me, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
He's going to come up to you. Which one of you is OSC? He's just point at Steve.
Yeah.
Let's agree to point at Steve.
We've just all
And he may catch me as well. Norman Smiley.
Ooh, wiggle, wiggle.
The Wiggler.
Excellent. I feel that he's been booked poor enough that you could have him in, but as a wrestling talent, he's very good, he's fast, and he's legit. You know, like he was trained by the Malenkos and then by Karl Gotch in the UWFI.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
And then he went to CMLL.
Became their heavyweight champion. Does that
see.
eliminate him from Boyd? No.
He got paid.
Mexican.
He got paid.
JBL kicking him back across the border.
I am Black Magic. I am the big magic. David Copperfield, Shanghai, the small magic.
So that's where our guy in Salt Hill got it from.
No, that's just what we call it.
Oh.
He did have magic effects to him. He did have buffs.
He had a woggle. Wasn't he wearing a shiny woggle?
It was
What the fuck is a woggle?
It's what kids use to go swimming.
Is it?
Oh, like the life preserver, is it?
It's like a spaghetti. You know, it's like a strand of spaghetti.
Oh, a noodle.
Yeah, a noodle.
Yeah.
That's a woggle.
pool
Woggle, we call them woggle.
What's your woggle?
So hold on. Do you call them woggle? Or is that what they're called?
I don't. Several people have called them woggles.
Are we
including
claiming
me.
Ireland calls
At
it a
least
woggle?
2 people have ever called it a woggle. Norman Smiley still working in the WWE today, training in the Performance Center.
No better man.
Yeah, a fantastic wrestler, veteran, and someone who you would absolutely want teaching you the ropes. And we've come to top boy, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Whoa, Black Betty. Bam, bam.
That's a tough one because massively respected, quoted frequently as best big guy there's ever been. Best big guy there's ever been.
Most derided WrestleMania main event
Yes.
in history, so that helps him out. But he was in the main event of WrestleMania as well.
Sold for doink.
Oh, sold
for doink.
Sold for face doink.
At WrestleMania 10.
It was like around like Survivor Series 94.
Doink and Dink versus Luna and Bam Bam. Anyway.
Yes.
It may have been
Nat
Mania
Stinker,
10.
yeah.
Yeah. Like really bad stuff.
But everyone loves him, including us.
What if we have him and now he's out of circulation? That's it.
Just this once because it's you, Ben. Just because it's you.
And so Ben says he's loved them ever since he was a kid, and he once waved to him when he was on a coach leaving a wrestling event, and he says that he's also got a Bam Bam tattoo.
Oh, wow. I wonder if it's on his head.
Oh, shit.
Because his head tattoo is amazing with the flames.
You wouldn't do it though.
Oh my God. I think it works so well as a wrestler because you look at it and it's like, that must have been really painful. You must have a high pain tolerance. Let's not mess with you.
Yeah.
You know, and it was quite successful. He actually said it was grand except for when they got behind the ear.
Oh, shit.
And he almost passed out.
Oh, shit. But you're all in as a wrestler when you get that tattoo. You're done. You're only a wrestler now or retired.
Or circus worker.
Same thing,
True.
really.
Yeah.
Both
Like,
carnies.
everyone's a carny. Yeah.
So who have we got in the whole stable there?
Rowdy Roddy Piper, but only from his appearances in Always Sunny or Daphne. You know, you can have either.
Good.
Actually, he only had 5 people, so you can have Dappers as well.
There you go. You're
Perfect.
getting Brucey boyness.
You made it work.
You're welcome. Archibald Peck, The Menger, Norman Smiley, and top/bottom boy, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah, excellent. Oh man, thank you. So this is a beautiful tattoo. It looks great. Yeah.
Awesome tattoo. And he just writes here, cheers, you beautiful bastards. Yes.
Let us fly hold this title. Ah, no, wonderful, wonderful. The planes.
Welcome, lads and lasses, to an exciting night of pro wrestling action from right here in London, England.
Bound for Glory, TNA's WrestleMania. So this year they've started numbering them, Bound for Glory 4, and even had their WrestleMania FanFest called
Total non-stop interaction.
Yeah, sorry Steve, I made you watch it.
Oh my god. So first it's LAX. Homicide.
Fernando.
Yes!
Fernando! Come here, Fernando! Do you want to explain Fernando?
Okay, so June 2008, only 4 months before this show, we saw our first live TNA show in Liverpool. We had a wonderful day, evening, night, following day, because Jay wanted to book the earliest flight to Liverpool on the Friday and the latest flight on the Saturday, even though we were only allowed in the hotel for a few hours.
To get the most out of it.
Yeah. To, wander around with shops closed all over Liverpool. But anyway.
Yeah, we were there at like 7 o'clock in the morning. We couldn't even get a fucking breakfast roll.
Anyway, so we saw the show. It was the best live show I've ever been to.
Absolutely.
Yep. Crowd were fucking mental. Hot.
Electric.
Oh, it was like the perfect time for TNA to come to Europe.
Do you remember when they came back from their halftime and they had Booker T versus Rhino? And I think that's the greatest
pop
crowd I've ever heard. Back and forth chants, let's go Rhino, let's go Booker, for 12 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable heat. Amazing. Yeah, my favorite wrestling show I've ever been to.
That clip is on YouTube. People put up there.
Fantastic.
If you want a slicey,
I will.
There's
from their Nokia phones.
Yeah. Oh, literally.
Yeah.
A brilliant part of the show was then when the show finished, lots of the wrestlers came out and said hello to the fans. So, of course, we were all moshed up onto the guardrail trying to meet these wrestlers who we had seen probably several times previous, but never actually got to say, thanks very much, you're doing a great job, love what you do. Angle came out, Beer Money came out.
Smoley and Joe,
of course, lovely guy. They're all lovely. Dixie, of course, was mingling with the crowd. We're not going to hold it against him. Booker didn't come out. But Steve, what did you do with your belt?
I really wanted Booker T to sign my belt. I have Big Goldie. And because I was never a WCW fan, because we didn't get it over here, the first time I ever really saw that belt was when Booker T came to the WWF and he was champion. So in my brain, that's the Booker T belt. And we were getting wrestlers to sign our belts, and I wanted Booker to sign the nameplate. One of the lads who was there setting up the ring and taking the ring down, super nice guy. He took my belt, which when I now think about it, I gave my belt to a complete stranger. It was ridiculous. And he brought it back and Booker T signed it. So that was really awesome. I'll take a pic and I'll show you guys.
So anyway, long story long, LAX came out, were saying hello, and us being, as we still are, smarky, very smarky,
we're definitely less smarky now.
We are definitely less smarky now.
Yeah.
But we scoffed at a young lad, probably 13, 14. He's getting into wrestling, obviously, it's all very exciting. He sees Hernandez and he's, Fernando!
Like Alan Partridge.
Play the song!
And, of course, no, we didn't insult the poor lad, but that became our thing then for them.
Yeah.
There was something in the air tonight, the stars are bright, Fernando. And the face on Hernandez was priceless as well. He was very nice, but
he was.
He thought it was funny. But anyway, to come full circle, then the following day is when we went to see that happening, and
Holy shit.
and OSW was born.
Pretty much, yeah.
What a milestone time for the show.
Yeah.
So this is Liverpool, England.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. My name is Lauren. I'm here with JB, and we are at Bound for Glory FanFest 2008.
We certainly are, and fans have come from all over the globe. Who has traveled long ways to be here today? Anybody?
So yes, I did watch this TNA Bound for Glory FanFest with the resolution that would have looked terrible on a Nokia 3210 blown up on my 4K monitor. It was very difficult to watch. It was hosted by Jeremy Borash and Lauren, second name. 35 minutes long, but Jeremy Borash, a diamond worth his weight in gold.
Yes, sir.
Absolute legend. And I have to say, decent crowd here, a couple of hundred, very loud, very, very happy crowd.
So we're in a convention centre and people queuing up.
Sounds like we would have loved this.
Yeah. So I'll just go through like the different wrestlers that they talk to. Most of them are boring. There's a few high spots, you know?
Okay.
So first it's LAX.
At the start there, Homicide says, shout out to Lance Hoyt, the most jobless man in the world. Like, he worked the dark match. He's doing okay. And your man, Fernando, has a go at him as well. And it's like, oh, you must be great mates.
Yeah.
Rib each other,
having
so-
loads of
yeah,
crack. Like loads of crack.
You know, I want to give a big shout out to Lance Hoyt because he's the most jobless person in the world.
These lads, lots of people here, they were clearly drinking and they were having a bit of crack. Next up, Raisha, Zaid and Kong. JB goes to talk to Kong and Raisha in her like terrible accent, you know, Jeremy Borash, don't you dare talk to Kong. And I'm just like, oh my God, they are kayfabing all of this.
What do you think of meeting up?
Silence! You do not talk to Kong. You talk to me. I speak for Kong.
She calls over JB and says, look at you, vanilla face.
I like it.
Different times.
Yeah.
And
you
then
can't be racist towards white people.
Shoots him off, you know?
Yeah.
You're vanilla face. Yalla! Yalla!
Next up, we have Don West and Mike Tenay who chat to Lauren. They just put over the fans and the FanFest and say that they've got the absolute best fans in all of pro wrestling. Don West goes into fucking hard sell mode, trying to sell the pay-per-view to the people who have already bought the pay-per-view. Yeah. So yeah. Rock and Rave Infection up next, and Hernandez is still having a go at them. He's like, look at these guys. And I have to say, Lance and Jimmy Rave came off like they were ballooned off their tits here to me.
This rock band in TNA wrestling history.
Of course, LAX is a big fan of rock and rave.
Lethal, he's in black machismo mode here, and he's like, ooh, Steel Asylum. You want some inside information, huh? Well, there is no inside information except Black Machismo. It's gonna come out on top. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Send me some luck. Yeah, lady luck.
Rhino, very boring man. Very boring man. JB saves the segment. He's talking about his match coming up. It's Rhino, Rocket Khan, and ODB taking on the Beautiful People and Q-Kip. And he says, hey, it's tomorrow. Are you gonna gore the whore? And the two of them have a big belly laugh.
Who said that? JB.
JB.
He was very risque even in the show.
Yeah.
Like there's a few comments he made that were hilarious.
Yeah.
But like he was having a great time.
You could never do that nowadays.
Nope.
Like this is only 2008, lads. This is not that long ago, and the world is a very different place.
And I think you're going to gore the whore.
That's for sure. So tune in tomorrow and you'll see me gore someone.
We have Dutton So Calval who just wear the face off each other and they won't even talk. Like that's
good for Sanjay.
That's
good,
okay.
Good man.
Yeah.
Sting is wildly boring. He wants out of there. Taylor Wilde, just total kayfabe bollocks.
Bicycle.
Kurt Angle, he seemed a bit out of it to me.
Oh.
Consequences Creed is a highlight. Super awesome guy, full of energy. Is marking out that he's got 8x10 pictures. Shows them to the camera and goes, Mom, this is me. Mom, this is so awesome.
Nice.
He's such an awesome guy.
Do you see this? That's me. Mom, I'm on a picture. This is sweet.
Motor City Machine Guns just have a bit of crack. They slag Shelley, making jokes about him having a big dick. And Jeremy Borash, who, like I said, is absolute gold, says, I heard you had a codpiece made and it goes down to your knees.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That picture, what? Is that a cup? That's all me.
Roxy is garbage. Very much dislike her as a wrestler as well.
Just gonna try and kick some ass and get the title.
Beautiful People. They put themselves over to say that they have the biggest line of the entire con because they're so hot. It wraps around the building multiple times.
That's just not true.
Jeremy Borash makes jokes about them being hot and that he has a shrine to them at home.
Hope he's laminated it.
And then And then he ends the segment saying that, hey, do you know that I paid Jay Lethal $100 so that he'd give me the room number that you guys are in? See you guys later.
Jesus. JB.
Just because I paid Jay Lethal $100 to find out what room you guys were in at the hotel, it doesn't mean I'm a number one fan or a stalker.
We're used to it.
Then he goes back to him and says, I was talking to Rhino earlier, and I can't believe he said this. He said he's going to gore the whore. I was like, that's what he said.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's funny.
Yeah, great. Christian, boring. Cornette and Tracy Brooks is shite, but she does jump at the end. And the entire segment is about her massive wabos.
Yeah, nothing wrong with
5 stars.
Foley basically talks about WWE FanFests and how they're bigger. AJ, kayfabe. Joe, kayfabe. And then it ends on Jeff Jarrett, who is very humble. He's very nice. And then Don West comes in, says, we got Jeff to sign this guitar earlier, but what he didn't know is that we have 6. And if you log on to TNA, you can win with his 6 guitars. So it basically ends with like Don West shilling stuff and being awesome and him and Jeff having the crack. And that's the end of the FanFest. 35 wasted minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
In a terrible resolution.
But like, gore the horror.
Yeah, okay. One thing.
Jeremy Borash was brilliant.
The pleasure is all yours, JB.
Pleasure is all mine. Lauren, do they actually pay me for this? Unbelievable. I got a great job.
Oh, Steve. Haha. I've gotten you the TNA Bound for Glory DVD, so you get the FanFest in DVD quality. Hey.
Oh, I'm not watching it again.
No
fucking way. No fucking way.
Well, splice it in anyway.
Yeah. Splice it in.
People see Rock and Rave, you know this is a great show now. When people want to see Rock and Rave on purpose, you know we're having a good show.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
Steve, did you watch Impact?
Of course I watched Impact.
Because Steve, you got time for Impact.
Do. No.
Is this my turn?
No. That's the following week. They changed their song.
Wow, it's just noise. It really is.
No.
It was an unforgettable night of emotion, passion, and drama at Bound for Glory.
16th of October 2008, Impact after Bound for Glory, the final 4-3 standard def TNA show.
R.I.P.
Taped 2 days prior, October 14th at Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida. 1,400 with roughly 1.48 million watching at home. Big.
Yeah.
Commentators. Update on Abyss. Severe burns, no time off. He'll be here tonight. Okay, Motor City Machine Guns versus Dutt and Bashir. Steve.
Why are the two brown people teaming? They're from different countries.
Yeah.
Come on, lads. You know? Anyway, Sanjay and Sabin at the beginning of this match pair it up. They are just flying around this ring at an insane pace, and it's amazing. Sabin hits a great Tope Con Hilo, but jumps over and he doesn't do the quick flip. He kind of flies like shoulder first at him and then like slowly turns. And I was like, that is gorgeous, mate. Absolutely beautiful. Shelley tags in and he's also like a ball of energy. Hits a reverse powerbomb / like kind of a face planter move. Very nice. The Guns in this match, complete baby faces. But in the 4-week build up to Bound for Glory, they were heels, and they were teasing them turning into like snarky teenage heels, because like every time that the baby face would like beat them or like turn around and they'd be like giving him the finger and stuff. Very, very
God,
strange.
they love America, Steve. And Dutt isn't from America now.
I'm from India.
Bashir, he lives in Detroit.
So Shelley suicide dive to Bashir on the outside, and Sabin hits a really gorgeous springboard clothesline, and then Shelley hits a frog splash on Dutt.
For the frog splash. Perfection. 1, 2, got it.
Super Rana into the middle of the ring. Shelley with a 5-star frog splash, and that's all she wrote. Angle fresh off losing to Double J.
Fresh off his loss.
Kurt Angle comes in and just batters heels and the faces and says, this is how it's going to be, Jeff. Either give me a rematch or I'm going to dismantle your entire roster, and that's that.
The bloodshed is going to be on your hands.
What else is there?
Oh yeah, so later on he beats up the Prince Justice Brotherhood, and then he beats up the Rock and Rave Infection.
Yep.
And then the next one he does, Jarrett will come out, and Jarrett says, all right. is that
okay?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll see you again for the pay-per-view, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear Kevin Nash is arriving at the Impact Zone.
Kevin Nash, do I have questions for you?
Nash explains his heel turn.
Uh-huh.
It's because Joe disrespected him and his friend Scott Hall. Remember Turning Point 2007? I remember it vividly, yes. So Scott no-showed. Joe didn't cover for him and said he punked out on me, punked out on the fans. He's not coming down that ramp.
But you know what? I also realized another thing. They just gave me a live mic on pay-per-view.
Uh-oh. It was incredible at the time. Like, was it actually a proper shoot?
Oh, yeah, he was pissed.
Yeah. It's mad because it's only Scott Hall.
Was it like a work shoot? Did like Joe go out and do that without other people knowing? Or is it go out there and shoot big boy, you know?
What's with the big boy?
Well, you know, that's what bosses say to wrestlers.
Yeah. Hey there. Hey there, big boy.
There is actual proof that is the case. Yes.
All right, big boy. I'm taking off. The fact that Scott Hall no-showed this event tonight. You know, I would love to tell you people that he'd be coming down that ramp a little bit later on, but the fact of the matter is, he punked out on me, and he punked out on every single fan in this building tonight.
Wow.
There's two types of wrestlers in TNA, the diehards who bust their asses and the superstars. So the camera onto Kurt at this point. So these superstars dip on fans.
Oh yeah, they punk out on fans who had paid to see them.
Yeah.
No matter how old they are.
Yeah.
And he just looks at Nash, and Nash is like, oh, I didn't like
Nash looked great.
Yeah.
He still looked great here. It wasn't until 2013, I think, that he was like, oh, you're old now.
Yeah. Like his knees are a bit wonky, you can see when he's, but yeah.
His face, he looks grand, but then
he looks great.
When he does the little tash in 2013 and the dyed black hair, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
Oh, when he came back for Punk?
Yeah. Now you look really old because you're trying to not look old.
Yeah. Silver Fox is a good look.
Yeah.
Nash ends this promo by saying Kevin Nash comes first, and it's Kevin Nash for life. We can't get away from it.
It's so cheap.
I said, was what you said out there, was it yours or was it fucking Russo's? He said it was mine. So I smacked him in the face. I said, don't respect me, don't respect Scott. He fucking got up. I thought he was going to come at me, so I smacked him in the fucking head again, and he fucking didn't do anything.
And here is the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the Icon Sting.
Next up, new TNA champion Sting comes out for his promo. Of course, Sting says Joe a lot in his promo.
What was he saying?
He says, Joe, you chose to mock me and my generation, Joe. Joe, how many times, Joe? Ric Flair didn't know which way was up, Joe. Which way was down, Joe?
Joe!
This is like a Bret Hart promo, isn't it?
It's very territory. You can tell he's in his 50s.
Yeah.
Bret didn't do it that much, did he?
Well, we'll splice the Sting Joe.
Okay.
We'll get a Joe count. Yeah.
That's very Sting, though. Like, Sting does that all the time. Doesn't Sting do that all the time with Sting's promos and Sting?
Sting. Sting's a good man.
I know that it's supposed to be Samoa Joe standing here as your champion. I also know, Joe, that you were the better wrestler, Joe. I mean, Joe, you took me places I've never been, Joe. The 10 minutes into the match, Joe, you had me beat, but you chose not to, Joe. Joe. And I took the 1, 2, 3, and I walked away, Joe. And it's gonna stay that way, Joe.
You got anything on that, Steve?
He said, Joe, you had me beaten. You were the better wrestler. You are the better wrestler. But your lack of respect was your undoing.
I do love AJ comes out next, and they have a really good war of words here. It was like, I know you're, and he shoots off in a very hick way. It's like, if you don't like what's going on here, there's the door. And it was like, whoa!
It's the most American. Does that work when you say to another US citizen?
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you can get it.
And I love this. And I was like, AJ, you told me you had significant issues with your father. And if you continue down the road you're going, you're going to end up just like him. And I was like, whoa, that is such a cutting heel thing to say.
Yeah,
like,
but
unnerving.
You are not a good human being when you're hitting people like that.
That has nothing got to do with wrestling.
Yeah,
but what has AJ done to warrant that as well? Like, if you go down the road you're going, what, like putting on excellent wrestling matches? What's the issue here?
I mean, you know, like he did come out, he was talking about like back in 2002, it was Low Key and Chris Daniels who laid the foundations for TNA, and now it's AJ and Joe who are still building this house. This blood, sweat and tears hold it all together, and Sting wants to come in here and hang a fancy chandelier and get respect. And then he shows him the door.
Yeah.
It was a good promo. Like
good AJ promo.
AJ not known for his promo skills, but I thought this was really good.
Yeah.
And you think you could come and hang some fancy chandelier that cost a lot of money and get respect? It doesn't work that way. And if you don't like it, there's the door. And if you don't like it,
why don't you get out?
And then Booker, King of the Jungle.
That's where you get he back in his home country in Texas. He doesn't take. He wants to. Texas. Yeah, he wants to hunt the King of the Jungle, which is not the lion but an elephant, and he is the elephant. And then his whole metaphor is just lost. But he calls JB
Jeremiah.
Brilliant.
It's great. Yeah.
Potent aphrodisiac.
Oh, how about that? How you get rub it all over?
Hey! Don't ever touch me like that, Jeremiah.
It's amazing. So Booker T, up until he won King of the Ring in 2006,
I think 6 is about right. Yeah.
Okay. He really never had a gimmick.
No, he was just
as a dude.
Big tough fighting man.
G.I. Bro. Come on.
He's a wrestler. He should have been like G.I. Bra.
True. But then he'd first had his King Booker, and then he had his King of the Jungle gimmick, like one after the other. Fair fucking play to you for reinventing yourself. You know, relatively late on in your career.
My favorite part of this promo, talking about LAX, and every time he's talking about Hernandez, he calls him like Gonzalez, and then JB is like, Hernandez, I ain't going to get you tonight, Gonzalez. Hernandez, Gonzalez tonight, you will not kick out Gonzalez. Hernandez.
Well, let's get back to Gonzalez. You see, tonight, Gonzalez.
And so the big thing is that Sharmell is brandishing a briefcase, but we won't tell you what's in the briefcase. You'll have to show up in Las Vegas next week when TNA goes HD.
Nice.
Tonight, he will fall at the feet of Booker.
Next match, Booker T versus Hernandez.
Ooh.
Gonzalez.
Outside crescent kick, mounted punches, Booker in control. Sharmell distracts the ref. Whoa. Briefcase shot, scissors kick, demolition.
Demolition, 3 minutes. Yep, that's it. See you later. Yep, that counts as a match.
And then he got caught with the axe kick, and then Booker covers him for the pin.
Here is your winner, Booker T.
Kurt Angle batters Dave Penzer, and that does it for Jeff. I've got your kids, Dan.
I got your kids. And that's what sets Jared off.
Oh no, you fucking missed Christy Hemme.
Oh, we mentioned
doing her Brie Bella.
What's she doing?
She's fucking just crying into the camera. It's so grating. And all I can think of is, you remember when they finally put the belt on Daniel Bryan, and then his first feud is against Kane, and they do the angle with Brie in the car screaming, crying.
Is he? Ryan! It's like, oh my God, you're trying to bury him.
This is basically what Hemme does, just bawling her eyes out. I'm suddenly going like, Kurt Angle battered them backstage, right? And she's I'm like, love, they're jobbers. You watch them get battered at ringside every week. Why are you crying now?
Look at those shots! It's exactly what he said. Innocent victims, one by one, and now Christy Hemme tries to get in between Kurt Angle and Lance Rock and Jimmy Rave.
I have got to go. You let me go. Damn it, let me go. Whatever happened to please, huh, Hemme? Please, this! Oh, yeah? Oh, my God!
Get her, girls, get her! Get her! Get her! Get her! Get her! Get her!
Neither one of you are going to be leaving Las Vegas walking, talking, thinking you're beautiful. Nothing!
Nice to see Christy. Nice to see Christy.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Foley farewell. Oh, he explains how he's able to wrestle the style he does. He's a junkie. A roller coaster junkie.
Hey.
Oy. There's only so many times you can be special guest enforcer. Thanks for the ride. I wish it could have lasted a little bit longer. So Black Machizo is the first lad who gives him a good thanks. Good man. Jarrett.
Good man yourself.
Good man. Jarrett doesn't take a bye as an answer and invites him into his office.
Yeah, just give me 10 minutes.
His brain's like a maverick.
Yeah, he just gets that over as a maverick.
10 minutes.
He gets all mavericky and stuff in there. Mavericky. See you, JB.
I just want to bring it back a bit and talk about the Roxy interview.
Roxy Levieux.
So we were talking about that they're giving her the like punk gimmick. She's like, I don't give a shit. And then Lauren's like, hey, this is Spike TV. We can't say those words. I don't give a shit about Spike TV. So she talks about her record. Doesn't matter how many, like, as in wrestling record.
Oh,
not her pop CD.
No,
okay,
no,
I'm not buying it.
And she says, doesn't matter how many matches you win. I've lost loads of matches. I've barely won any of them. I was like, cut it there.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
We'll cut it on the show. That's
barely won any of them. Roxy, 2008, we barely knew thee.
I've lost tons of matches. I barely won any of them. But I'm still friggin' standing here. I've had my head shaved. I've been busted open. It doesn't matter. I've survived. And you think, Kong, that I'm gonna go run and hide because of you? Kong, you can kiss my okay? You can come bring it on, you big harder the better. Oh, and sorry, Spike.
Roxy Levieux has a match with Raisha Saeed. So how does cheerleader Melissa portray an Arab manager wrestling? Shouting shit punches.
I have this written here saying she is telling us she's a foreigner by when she punches, she goes,
yeah. It could go a bit Mexican, to be honest. You know?
But you know, is it worse? Is it any worse than Mick Foley? And
yes, mightily.
Mightily. Yeah.
With the forearm shot, brings her back out towards the center of the ring and drilled her again right in the face.
Surfboard and swipes her nails on the back.
I did like that.
You like that one?
Yeah,
of course,
I'm
you love a
having
big back scratch, don't you? A package DDT, aka the Voodoo Drop, aka the Whoopsie Doodle, aka the Rock Bum Bum.
AKA the no impact, no damage.
Yeah.
Not a DDT.
You check your health meter, it's still on perfect.
I've lost tons of matches. I barely won any of them.
Okay. Oh, up next. The big one. The main event. You've awakened a sleeping giant. Did he have that yet?
No, he had to.
Okay, yeah.
It's actually quite like the Aleister Black song from years ago, just like slightly less metally.
When does he have the love in a elevator? Living it up when I'm going down.
Oh, that would have been great, wouldn't it?
That's so funny.
Matt Marjorie says he's a main event waiting to happen. Yes, he fucking is. And he's devastated by his boy Chris Parks getting set on fire, and rightly so. Now, we got Big Nevin Cashy Cash versus Austin Creedy Creed. Big, sexy squashes.
Eventually, Kevin Nash is going to get a hold of you. You can see, oh, man, alive!
So, Creed, does he qualify as vanilla midget?
Ooh, chocolate swirl?
No, vanilla is because he has no flavour.
like
It's nothing
ice
to do with the colour.
Oh.
Vanilla is a flavour.
yeah, it's just terrible in Ireland.
That's right, actually. It is a flavour.
Of
And
course
it's a very
it's a flavour.
popular
Yeah.
flavour
Oh,
as
it's
well.
actually a nice flavour.
It is nice
Yeah.
if it's actually vanilla.
Yeah.
It's literally the most popular flavour of ice cream on the planet. Okay.
Creed's promo beforehand, he's just full of energy. He's like, Kevin Nash, I want you to bring your A game. In fact, bring your A game, your B game, and your C game. In fact, bring all your video games and your video game
Oh, that's
system.
so good.
Well, by the way, TNA Impact the video game out now. Buy it.
Nice.
Great.
Disappointing game. I know we discussed you're disappointing.
It was too fucking
Too hard.
difficult. Yeah.
Too hard. Couldn't do the moves.
I can never beat Jeff Jarrett.
So
I never even got that
It was
far.
video game verite then. That's it. You're not getting past them.
All right, so we got Sloppy Uncle Schlam. We got a Sloppy Powerbomb and the win for Big Sexy.
Murders him.
This new generation of guys we got around here, Unconscious Creed, AJ, Samoa Joe, they're either the most arrogant or either probably some of the stupidest son of a I've ever met.
So Nashi on the mic, he can't decide whether AJ and Joe are arrogant or just stupid. But they're not half as stupid as the people in this arena.
Because they're cheering him anyway. So he just heals out on them. It's great.
Lovely. They're still cheering for him. So he says he's a genius, the most intelligent man in this business has ever produced.
Which is true.
No, Hogan.
What?
Hogan.
But like Hogan had a lot of more talent and charisma.
He worked harder, I suppose, didn't
Yeah.
he? Okay, Nashi, you got it?
Yeah, you know, he coasted way better than
you
anyone
got it.
else.
Yeah. All right.
As far as wrestling, what is had to be your like all-time greatest moment?
Signing that big ass money contract with Ted Turner.
Team 3D up next, and they don't apologize.
Hold on.
Oh.
Nash's final thing that he says, he just goes full 90s WCW and says, all the women here want me. And I spend more money in the strip club than all you earn in a year. I was like, that is the most cliched
Yeah,
like,
that's a vanilla promo.
wrestling heel. That is a vanilla promo, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The women want me, not you, and I have more money than you. Oh,
Creed
God.
should have come back with like, I'm the smallest dog in the fight, but I've got the biggest heart in the dog. How does the rest of that go?
All right, so Team 3D don't apologize for setting Chris Parks on fire. But then, the big one. Steve, take us through Kurt Angle versus Matt Morgan.
And now introducing his opponent from Fairfield, Connecticut. He is the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
Kurt Angle versus Matt Morgan. Have that Matt Morgan outpowers Kurt Angle early on. Kurt is trying his like amateur stuff, trying go behinds and takedowns, grabbing a single leg, grabbing a waist, grabbing a double leg, and just Matt is just too big and he's too strong and he powers out of everything, just throws Kurt everywhere. Kurt tries a crossbody, Morgan catches him, and then he hits a fall away slam, a big running draping leg over the ropes, and he doesn't do the thing where he like kind of slides out of the ring. Like he hits the draping leg and he kind of like rolls out. I was like, it's kind of cool looking, you know?
Just bumps out to the outside.
No, but like just how he does it, like how someone his size moves, I actually think it's pretty impressive. They're booking him like an absolute beast here. Morgan walks up to the ropes and tells Kurt he was this close to beating him, and then Kurt spits in his face.
I can tell that's heating up.
You can see Kurt Angle spitting at Matt Morgan and just trying to coax him outside the ring, and Matt Morgan buys into it.
Big scummer.
Yeah, and so Matt hops out of the ring, chases Kurt around, and then he gets back in and WCWs him, and that's how he gets his heat. And Kurt works over Matt's knees. Matt eventually makes a comeback, hits a big clothesline, and gets a near fall off a sidewalk slam. Big carbon footprint for a 2-fall, and then a third near fall with a spinning slam. Commentators call it the Hellevator, but it's not.
That's nothing like it.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
It's like a side. Yeah.
But then he does get Kurt. He goes for the Hellevator. Kurt Angle slips out, hits the angle slam, and gets a 3 count for the win in what I thought was a very good match.
Oh, Angle lands on his feet, and then he clipped him from behind and caught him with the angle slam.
Here he goes. 1, 2, got him.
Yeah, absolutely. Tremendously underused, undervalued talent.
Why did he never get his tattoo finished?
I can't look at it without thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I'm like...
It's got the outline.
Mate, come on.
And we're not expecting him to colour it in all white, but like it's just an outline at the moment.
And look at this. You see Matt Morgan screaming in unbelievable pain. Wait a minute. Look at this.
But he's here to watch his tag team partners back. How about that?
Post-match, Angle wants to break Morgan's ankle, but Chris Abyss in street clothes saves his bestie. And then we sign off where JB trying to get an interview. What's going on with Mick and Jarrett? And Mick, give me an update. I'll give you one next week in Vegas. When we go HD. Yeah, I loved it as well. And thank you, Stephen. That was excellent play-by-play there.
No problem.
Yeah, great. I love TNA. This is, oh my God. Yes.
This is our destiny.
Yes.
What happens in Vegas will be shared with the rest of the world.
Okay. All right, wait. What kind of announcement is this? Guys, we're Vegas!
Yeah, you enjoy that at Impact?
Yeah, like every Impact is great back then.
Like it's a mile a minute show. Like there's no let up at all. It's just go. So like definite pacing issues, but like the show is really strong. They've got a good company-wide angle. I love big company-wide angles in wrestling. Like they're so great.
They're trying to monkey's pie. Aces and eights.
Oh God. Fuck.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. I love that you can have a company-wide angle, and it's very interesting because even though it's very fast, it's all feeding into one thing here. General civil unrest in the locker room and sides being formed. Fantastic.
Yep, couldn't agree more. And it doesn't hurt that the wrestling is really good as well.
AJ, Samoa Joe is the only person that's stupider than those two son of a. It's the people sitting in this place right here. They're sitting back here right now still cheering for me.
Fantastic. Thank you for the wonderful play-by-play, OSC. Did you enjoy doing that?
Yeah, that was good. Typed it up myself earlier on today. Printed it on my own printer when I was printing your notes.
Yeah, the ink.
Yeah,
that's yours
precious
too.
ink. Yeah.
Okay, so that's Impact done and dusted. Got a quick Brucey bonus segment with some modern day shenanigans. Animated. Let's do it.
I don't know what I want, except I've got an insatiable appetite for life, and I want more.
XFL Vince deposition. Vince McMahon, not content with losing $69 million with the XFL back in 2001, went round 2, announcing the revival of the XFL in 2018. To be fair, it showed way more promise, but it was 5 weeks into its relaunch when they and everyone else had to pause due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Postpone quickly became permanently discontinued and shut down April 10th, 2020. 3 days later, they declared bankruptcy with over 1,000 creditors and up to $50 million in liabilities. 2 weeks after that, the XFL commissioner and former NFL quarterback Oliver Luck files a lawsuit over wrongful termination, being fired partly because Luck signed a player with a criminal history. See, part of XFL 2.0's hiring practices included evaluating a player based on many things, including the quality of human being they are.
Imagine this coming from a wrestling promoter.
You're letting me go?
The XFL,
they're a family food. Happy families.
So that's it after 20 years. So long, good luck?
I don't recall saying good luck.
And also no taking a knee or any kind of political statements, please.
As far as our league is concerned, it'll have nothing to do with politics. Absolutely nothing, and nothing to do with social issues either. We're there to play football.
Vinnie Mac had a legal deposition the following year, May 2021, and snippets of this deposition were released a year after that. So this is a reading of what was said in this deposition, this sworn out-of-court testimony. V1, you'll be playing Luck's attorney, Paul Dabrowski. You will read the cue lines.
Sorry, what's his name?
Oh, Paul. I can't believe it.
Fell for it.
I can't believe
Hook,
it.
line and sinker.
OSC, you'll be playing Vince McMahon. And I'll be Vince's attorney, Jerry McDevitt, and anyone else that kind of pops in for a line or two.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon deposition. Court reporter, name and address, please.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
And the address is redacted there. Direct examination by Mr. Paul Dabrowski. I assume.
Oh, okay. When did you stop? Well, strike that. What was your position with Alpha prior to the bankruptcy?
Owner.
Were you chairman of Alpha as well?
I was the owner.
Okay. Did you have any title, such as chairman or ex officio chairman?
I might have, but I was the owner.
Okay. And to you, what did you understand being the owner meant?
The owner meant that everyone would follow my directive. They would follow the tenet of the way that WWE began. I'm sorry, that the way Alpha began. That is, that I said in my opening remarks to the media that the quality of the human being was as important as the quality of the player.
Right. So the person who had been criminally charged with a felony would not be permitted to play in the XFL, right?
Yes.
And, I'm sorry, sir, were you ever criminally charged previous to starting the XFL in 2018?
Was I prior to this?
Yeah.
I was, and acquitted.
I didn't ask if you were acquitted. I asked if you were criminally charged.
I was, and acquitted.
What were you criminally charged with?
A charge that someone has never been charged with before since. It was something along the lines of deceiving the FDA in some capacity, and things along those lines.
Okay, and again, I'm not a criminal lawyer like Mr. McMahon, but was that a felony charge?
It would have been, yes.
And so if a person had your background as a player, would they have been disqualified from being employed by the XFL?
If, in fact, someone had been charged with a felony?
Yeah.
If, in fact, yes, they would have been.
And that would have meant that by being charged with a criminal felony, such as yourself, they were not men of good character, as you phrased it, right?
Oh, Mr. McDevitt here. Object to the form and foundation.
You can answer.
That's correct.
Okay, so under your definition of the WWE standard, you were not a man of good character, true?
Object to the form. You use WWE there.
You're right. Thanks, Jerry. Under your definition that applied to XFL employees and players particularly, you were not a man of good character, true?
Object. That's argumentative.
You can answer.
As an employer, I would not have been allowed to play.
But it was okay for you to be owner, right? With that criminal charge, right?
Argumentative.
I was the owner.
He's such a shyster.
That's incredible.
This prosecutor is a fucking genius. Is it? Oh man, how he got him to say that. Brilliant.
Well, enjoy the new season of the XFL. Fantastic work, editor Banyabat and animator Makodum for that. Before we close out for the evening, let's take it to the wrestling is...
Awesome. Yep.
segment. Did you know Wesker in Resident Evil 1 back in 1996, Pablo Coots, he wasn't the original voice actor? Here's an exclusive look of who was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wesker.
Yes, I am. I heard what you said about me a few days ago, yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
Because I'm wild, yeah. That was a good one, yeah. I beat you on that one, man. Wow, man, freaked out. I'm your friend.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Don't degrade the champion at any time.
Yes, you're right.
Oh, wow, Mr. Sarcasm, yeah. Maybe I am insane. Maybe I am insane. One down, one to go.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Very good. Okay, very good.
That's very good.
That's great, though.
It sounds professionally done.
Yeah, that is by Very Evil Ash 666. Well done, mate. And that does it for the Impact After Bound for Glory on the books.
In the pocket.
Out of sight.
Next time on OSW is the Impact live from Las Vegas, the first ever HD widescreen show, and first time Impact went on the road. If you want to catch the uni edition before it clears copyright, you can at
loggeru.oswreview.com.
It's actually very helpful having it on our Patreon first, as YouTube kind of rescan it when a couple of people see it. Like, they scan it when you upload it, then rescan it when you show it to a certain amount of people, and then scan it again when it goes live. So hopefully it catches all the copyright blocks before that, you know?
Yeah, it's real shitty when it goes up, and then it's up for a day or two, and then it's gone again. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And after you're waiting 40 days for it to clear.
Yeah.
But so buy us a pint, you divvy knacker. Wow, that didn't go around well. I'll just cut that. So it's goodbye from V1.
Hey, Gaboo.
Ozzy.
They do.
And myself, the 2.5-time Golden Auger Award winner, Jay Hunter. And remember, a winner is you.